Roxo Media House.
Practice number 9 for Sonny Dykes' team means scrimmage time in Fort Worth at the Morris Practice Fields. Frogs Today Daily starts right now.
This is Frogs Today Daily. Frog Fall Camp 2022 presented by Dave's Hot Chicken. And here's your host, the voice of the Frogs, Brian Estridge.
Welcome in. I'm Brian Estridge. We got a great show lined up for you today. Exclusive insight into the scrimmage that took place today here behind me at Morris Practice Fields for Sonny Dykes' team, their first official scrimmage. Now, this is one of those that was a little modified. We'll talk about that a little bit later on with Coach David Beaudin. But nonetheless, we do get a read on where this team is and maybe some shuffling as far as two deep is concerned. Jeff Wilson's covering this story for us, and we go live to him right now with Sonny Dykes' reaction to what this practice and scrimmage were like from his perspective. Jeff?
Yeah, Brian, I did grab him real quick. Coach Dykes was walking off the field, headed hopefully to lunch, maybe to his office to start diving into some of this film or whatever. But just a quick little interview. He said, defense won the day. It's kind of a situation where it was a little sloppy, mixed things that need to be cleaned up, but also, that's why you do these things. So I'm guessing there'll be another one down the road. But I think from this scrimmage, you're going to start seeing the depth chart kind of line up the way they want it or think it is right now. You never know what happens over the rest of camp. But I think after a film review, tomorrow's a day off, and I think Saturday when they hit the field again, we might see a little more semblance of what things might look like September 2nd.
All right, Jeff, if defense won the day, one of the things that Coach Gillespie's been talking about from his guys is takeaways. Did they win that battle as well?
Yeah, we talked to Noah Daniels, who's coming up on the show a little bit later on, and he said that the defense had set in mind the goal of at least 3 takeaways today. And Daniels very, very, very happily with a smile on his face said they've at the very least met it and probably exceeded it. It's a new defense. These guys are learning it, and they're going against an offense that will put the ball in the air and moves fast and plays with tempo. So for the defense to have a good day, and as Coach Dykes said, to win the day, and as Noah Daniels seemed to proudly confirm, the defense had a pretty good day. Now, that doesn't mean that they're perfect. They have mistakes that they need to clean up too. And I think one thing they need to do is, it sounds like they need to be a little more consistent. Joe Gillespie has been preaching to them every once in a while. He has to get into their ear and challenge them that the next day needs to be better. And it sounds like he did that yesterday, and that happened today. All right, Brian.
Great stuff there, Jeff Wilson. Thank you for that. A lot more still to come here on Frogs Today Daily. We got Noah Daniels stopping by. We got Darius Davis coming by. We're going to talk scrimmaging, the importance of that with Coach David Beaudin. Busy day today. How big was it? LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, was in the house here at the Morris Practice Fields. We'll get to all of that when we continue with Frogs Today Daily after this timeout.
Dave's Hot Chicken is a cult favorite and now has 2 locations in Fort Worth, Bryant Irvin Road on I-20 and Berry Street at TCU, both owned and operated by Horned Frogs. Mention the Frogs Today show and get 10% off anytime and order online at daveshotchicken.com.
Welcome back into Frogs Today Daily, and we are joined by Noah Daniels, the senior, right now. Coming up a little bit later on, Darius Davis is going to be with us, fellow senior, I guess I should say, Noah Daniels. All right, give me your perspective from the defensive side of the ball. How did it go today with the scrimmage?
I think it went very well today. I feel like we definitely improved, from yesterday and the past practices. There was a lot of energy, a lot of takeaways. People were flying around. Obviously, we ran into adversity a couple times, but the way we responded to it was great. And, I feel like it's good. We're steady improving. So
It was interesting to hear Darius talk about it. And one of the things that he mentioned was the fact that, hey, you had both the offense and the defense make plays here today. Right. That's kind of the way you want it, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't really want it to be one-sided. We're all a team. So, they make a good play. We just got to respond. I'll make another good play, and we keep doing that, then we have a chance to be really good.
Give me some sense of the challenge that Coach has put on you, especially this year. One of the things that he wants to see you improve on. I mean, when we talk to, what Coach Gillespie wants this defense to be, he gives us an overall, but he said, hey, I got individual challenges for guys as well.
I mean, it's just obviously, availability and doing your job for sure and effort. That's really all he wants to see is people who do their job, people that fly around and, be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be. So I feel like that's the challenge, for all of us, and that's the expectation, that's the standard. So
it feels like you get those calls a little sooner now, maybe, and that allows you to play a little quicker.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah, you're able to line up, go through your reads, and then you're able to just fly around and play fast. It's not too much thinking. You get the call, the call, you lock in, and then now it's just time to play.
When you think about the offensive side of things, a wide receiving core feels like it's going to be a strength. On the defensive side, it feels like this back end is going to be the strength of this defense. I mean, you got some guys in your room that can play.
Right, yeah. It's a lot of competition, in the corner room. And honestly, I love it because, we're all competing. We're all trying to, get a job. And, it brings out the best in all of us. We're a close-knit group. Mm-hmm. But, when it's time to compete, we all understand it's a competition at the end of the day. And that's just how it is. But there's definitely a lot of talent. I feel like we have a lot of guys in our room specifically, the whole defense, but in our room specifically that can go out there and play.
You talked earlier about the fact you saw improvement from, say, yesterday or days before. Coach Gillespie had talked about that he wasn't satisfied, wasn't quite happy, had challenged you guys. And each time he's done that in camp, you guys have responded, haven't you?
Right, yeah. Every time, he's displeased with the previous practice. We lock in as a team. It's a lot of times it's player-led. Mm-hmm. We gather up, and we can't let that happen no more. Tomorrow when we come out, we got to be better. Yeah. And then the next day we got to be better than we were, today. So that's really all that is, obviously bad days are going to happen, but it's about responding, and I feel like today we did a good job of responding from yesterday.
Guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's a day off.
Yeah.
The first one of camp. Is it a day? It's a day off.
It's a day off physically.
Right.
There's no days off mentally.
That's right.
You're always, recovering. You're always, preparing, hydrating. You're always taking mental reps. You're always doing something. There's no day off, but physically, we finally get a day off.
But it does feel like that this group continues to emphasize that recovery, nutrition, making sure your body's taken care of. You just look at guys who are there's nobody's hurt. I mean, everybody's out there. I mean, it feels like you guys, your legs are still fresh.
Yeah, and like I said, that's just all about availability. We have to eat right. We have to take care of our bodies. We have to recover. That's what's going to make us a better football team because we're going to have more guys available. We're going to have more guys healthy, being able to fly around and all that stuff. It just pays off. It all goes hand in hand.
Are you fired up about your senior year?
Yes, sir.
Are you excited about it?
Yes, sir. I'm really excited. I'm ready to get into this new defense, new staff, and just it's kind of like a fresh start, but it's not really a fresh start. But I'm really excited to just get going.
Give us some idea of what's going on academically with you. Where are you at right now?
I'm graduated.
Yeah, I know. Are you working toward a master's, taking some classes?
Yes, I'll be in a master's program. Coming up.
Yeah.
I think I just signed up for it. I think last week.
Good for you, man.
They'll keep me updated on
What's the degree in?
Criminal justice.
I like it. After football's over, long time ago, long time down the road, because you're going to play for a while in the league. Right. After football's over with, what do you want to do?
When I get that question, a lot of people think I'm going to say, something criminal justice related. But honestly, I want to be a football coach.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I really want to be a coach,
a lot of hours.
Yeah, I understand. But, I get a lot of joy out of coaching. Even if it's just from a player's perspective, coaching young guys, I get a lot of joy out of that because, I remember when I was younger, and I know how much it helps to have somebody older than you, that can be able to just tell you stuff that they went through and help you learn from it. I really get a joy out of that. So, coaching for sure.
All right. Well, coach up those young guys on the field, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
All right. Noah Daniels joining us here from League City, of course. Clear Lake High School? Was it Clear Creek High School? I knew I was going to get that. Yeah, that's right. That's Clear Lake's arrival. All right. We got more to come here, including a visit a little bit later on with Coach David Beaudin. We'll talk about scrimmaging, the importance of it. We do that when we continue after this timeout.
Say hello to the water of tomorrow. Richard's Rainwater. Richard's Rainwater is 100% rain, refreshing, renewable, and the only ingredient we use in our water. Why rain? Because everyone deserves access to clean water, and rain is a 100% renewable resource available everywhere. Drink the rain. Save the planet. Shop now at richardsrainwater.com.
Welcome back into Frogs Today Daily, just outside the Morris practice fields. Darius Davis is alongside with us right now, the senior out of St. Francisville, Louisiana. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
How about that? I got it, man. All right, give me some sense. Before we talk about you, let's talk about today. You got the scrimmage. It was kind of a different scrimmage. You'd scrimmage a little bit, then you'd get into your offensive stuff, go through some drills. Give me your sense of how the offense did.
I think the offense did pretty good today, but, we could always do better. Today it was kind of like a roller coaster. The defense made some plays, then the offense came back and made some plays. So, we could always do better in that sense, but all around I think it was a good day.
Isn't that kind of what you want this time of year? I mean, to where, okay, both of them are progressing. You're seeing some progress on both sides of the ball. Isn't that kind of what you want?
Yeah, I had a route today, and Bud Clark, he was like, man, I'm sorry for holding. I was like, nah, man, as long as you playing fast and you competing, it's fine with me. So that's kind of how it went today.
Yeah, this defense is going to play fast, too. I mean, just watch, you get to go up against them every day, and they got some guys over there that can run, don't they?
Yes, sir, they do.
Let's talk about guys that can run, and that's in the room with you. We were joking earlier, and we've talked to a couple of different guys. We've had Malcolm on. We've had Meach on. They've got the luxury of kind of having every kind of player at their disposal. Give me the sense of how that room's getting along right now.
Oh, that room right there is like a family. We have newcomers like Chase. We have Major Everhart, and those guys like that. Guys like that coming in is going to be a big help for us. Yeah, so it's like that room right there is like a family.
And then Gunner's a guy who has come in and made some plays already, a guy we knew about, but we didn't know about. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was kind of – we saw it, but he never had the opportunity. Now he's going to get a chance, right?
Yeah. Gunner's like under the scenes for us. So like last year, Gunner, I've seen some flashes. He the type of guy that we're gonna need to win a championship. The guys that come in, make the plays consistently, and do their job.
Boy, it feels like it doesn't matter to you guys who's taking the snap. That there's any 3 or 4 of them, you're gonna make a play for them.
Oh yeah, like we go in practice. I'll go with the ones sometimes. Tay go with the ones. Gunner go with the ones, and sometimes I even go with the 2s. Me and Tay go with the 2s. So. It's just like a quick rotation, so it really doesn't matter who out there getting the reps. So when we just go hard.
Darius, why'd you come back? You didn't have to. You could have gone to the league, could have done all kinds of things. Why'd you come back?
I came back for one reason was to get my degree, which I finished, and another reason is I've been here and I've seen like how everything was like with the season, like the losing season or whatever, and we got Coach Dykes, and it's something new and. I seen how everything goes, and like this, like another season for me. I just want to see how everything is, how everything turned out, and like seeing like all the work that we put in. I want to see how it will play out during the season. I think it will play out in best of our favor. I think
that's a great move. Plus, you get to play for a guy like Coach Dykes with this offense. Mm-hmm. You're going to get some touches in it, right? That helps, doesn't it?
That's one of the main parts too.
Yeah. No, what? Tell us about that degree. What'd you get it in?
Economics with a minor in business.
Oh, man, what are you gonna do? Do you know yet?
I'm not decided yet, but I'm just focusing on football right now.
Just own a couple of companies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that'd be okay, man.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. So, real quick, special teams. How much will we see of you in special teams this year?
Oh, right now I'm kick returner and punt returner.
Yeah.
I was on a gunner, but they took me off. So we have other guys stepping up in that role. But especially if you'll see me out there for sure returning.
Yeah, and I tell you, Jordy looks like he's booming on punting.
Oh, yeah. Jordy the best in the Big 12.
I think you're right. There's no question about it, man. Thanks for coming by today.
All right, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. Darius Davis joining us here. We got more to come on Frogs Today Daily, including, we'll talk about scrimmaging, the importance of that at this point in camp. We'll get into that next as Frogs Today Daily continues in a moment.
Dave's Hot Chicken is a cult favorite and now has 2 locations in Fort Worth, Bryant Irvin Road on I-20 and Berry Street at TCU, both owned and operated by Horned Frogs. Order the number 4 or number 5 for the tastiest lunch special under $10, or order online at daveshotchicken.com.
The Flying T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
Back we come here on Frogs Today Daily, presented by our friends at Dave's Hot Chicken. It's time to bring in the coach for one last thought on today. Practice number 9, obviously a scrimmage, and Coach David Beaudin's alongside. Coach, I want to dive into this, the importance of an inter-squad scrimmage at this point in camp. Give us some sense of how this plays in to the overall preparation for this team.
Right. I think it's absolutely critical that they get into a scrimmage situation. You can do all the situational football that you want. You absolutely have to. It's fundamental that you get down a good base in terms of technique, drills, and all your fundamentals, and they're going to continue to build on that. But at some point, you have to find out if guys can actually do it and they can execute. At what point can they take what they've learned in the classroom, in film, in walkthroughs, in drills, and apply it, right? Because a lot, I'm sure what they're looking for today, a lot of it, today was just, okay, this guy looked good in the drill. Can he go out and execute when he's called upon and live bullets are flying? And that's what today is all about. And then you start to get that separation that Coach Sonny Dykes was talking about at different positions. You can see it because they're going to watch this film and go through it from every angle, find out who's really going to be the guys on Saturday, and start to hone up and tighten up that 2 deep a little bit in their travel roster. So a lot goes into and a lot is put on the emphasis on today. I think there's it's no coincidence. It's a much-needed day off tomorrow, but I think that's an opportunity for the coaches really to dive into this film and then they, again, start to make some really key decisions as they enter the season. So, it's always you're holding your breath as a head coach, making sure there's no injuries. You want to come out of today certainly healthy, but there's no avoiding it. You got to get lined up and play 11-on-11 at some point, and today was the day.
Terrific insight there, Coach David Beaudin. Thank you for that. All right, we're going to be back with you in 2 days. Tomorrow, this team has their first day off from fall camp, so no Friday show for Frogs Today Daily. We're back with you, a weekend edition on both Saturday and Sunday here at the Morris Practice Fields, presented by our friends at Dave's Hot Chicken. Thanks for joining us here today for this edition on the Thursday. We'll see you back here on Saturday for the entire crew. For David Beaudin and Jeff Wilson and our special guests who join us, we're off to have lunch. Jay's buying the number 4 today for all of us. See you there.
Frogs Today Daily, presented by Dave's Hot Chicken, is a production of Roxo Media House.
Roxo Media House.